And I'm also wondering how the price of Flare will do. If everybody gets their token distribution, their airdrop, are they planning to, dump their Flare tokens right away into USDT and then use those profits to try to buy Flare lower? Are they going to take their Flare immediately and begin wrapping it and delegating it to earn rewards? What do you think price is going to do? What's up, guys? Kevin Cage here with another crypto update. Hope everybody's doing well today, and we're going to dive into Flare networks, this Flare distribution, the Flare proposal that's going on currently, along with Flare just being in observation mode. So we'll talk about the token distribution and a few options and how this could play out. I'm really just going to be referencing the Flare blog. So if you go to Flare's website and go to their latest blog, this was posted on September 9th, so just last week. This is super recent, so I just want to dive into a few bullet points. So first and foremost, we can see the Flare token. This is no longer called Spark. I know last year we were calling it the Spark token, the Spark airdrop, the Flare snapshot. So notice the native token of Flare network, I still say Flare networks, is to be called Flare with the ticker FLR. It will no longer be called Spark. So we've been in this observation mode for a little while, and we can see that Flare network is officially live. The Flare mainnet Genesis was completed on July 14th. Now, a few things, just posting some bullet points in Discord, really referencing that blog, so you can just check out that blog directly. The launch and token distribution. When the Flare Foundation controls less than 33% of the network validation power, the network will be sufficiently decentralized and observation mode will conclude and end, and then the public token distribution event, or the TDE, can occur. And this is still expected to happen in late September, fingers crossed, because we have the XLS20 amendment being delayed, and we don't know how long that could take. I was reading some threads on Twitter about different, XRP validators and some programmers behind the scenes. Some guys say that it could take a couple weeks, and then other people say it won't happen until December. So I'm just like, ugh. So we have the XRP lawsuit almost going on 2 years strong by end of year. We have the XLS20, or the NFT functionality on the XRP ledger, being delayed, and then we also have Flare networks being delayed time and time again. And it's just been a crazy past couple years for everybody. So regarding this airdrop ratio, we can see once 66% of the initial public token distribution is available to token holders, Flare Foundation will trigger a governance vote on the Flare Improvement Proposal 1, or this FIP.01 proposal. Now, the good thing is the first portion of these tokens will be distributed before this governance proposal, before the voting takes place. Therefore, for both yes and no vote tokenomics at the token distribution event, exchanges and self-custody wallets such as MetaMask will receive 0.1511 Flare for every single 1 XRP held. So roughly 15%. So if you had 10,000 XRP, you can multiply that by the 0.1511 and you'll get approximately 1,511 Flare tokens. So you'll get your initial 15% right away. And then we have the voting for this proposal. So there's two scenarios. If this proposal passes, there will be no additional airdrops. The remaining public allocation of this 24.2 billion Flare tokens will be distributed in 36 equal months, amounts directly to the initial holders who have wrapped their Flare into wrapped Flare and delegate to the FTSO. So what does that mean? So if option 1 passes right here, there will be no additional airdrops, but how do you calculate how many Flare tokens all of us that delegate our Flare will receive? So we would take this 24.2 billion number divided by 36 months, and that would result in just over 673 million Flare tokens each month to be distributed. So you would take that number, give or take, it's like 673 million Flare tokens divided by the number of people that are delegating their Flare. So let's just say that there's only 5,000 people delegating their Flare. That means that out of that giant pot of over 673 million Flare tokens, they would actually all be splitting that amount based on what they're delegating. But instead of 5,000 delegators, let's say that there's 100,000 delegators. If there's more delegators and more participants, that means that there's going to be less rewards per person. Now, option 2 is if the proposal does not pass, there will be 29 additional monthly airdrops to each address that participated in the December 2020 snapshot. So the first 28 of these 29 additional airdrops will be in the ratio of 0.0302 Flare for every single 1 XRP. So about 3% per month. And then the final airdrop will be in the ratio of 0.0101, so about 1% for every single XRP. Now overall, option 1, if that passes, that's going to reward those that actually use Flare to delegate and participate a lot more in this ecosystem than option 2. Option 2 is for anybody that maybe participated in the snapshot is a cash grab. They were just going to take their Flare, dump it on the market, and probably not really delegate or add any value to Flare network. So we'll see what happens. I'm hoping there's no more delays. We have the XLS20 delay. We have the XRP lawsuit. We have Flare Networks. I just want one of these things to go. Ideally, I'd love for all of them to go at the same time. And I'm also wondering how the price of Flare will do. If everybody gets their token distribution, their airdrop, are they planning to, dump their Flare tokens right away into USDT and then use those profits to try to buy Flare lower? Are they going to take their Flare immediately and begin wrapping it and delegating it to earn rewards? What do you think price is going to do? Because during typical token distribution events, price might go up really fast and then just dump really hard. If you wanted to check out some price history for Flare, we can see 57 cents today on Live Coin Watch. I remember when they launched the IOUs on Bitrue as well back in the day. Now I know Coinbase a while back said yes, Coinbase will facilitate the future airdrop of the Flare tokens to eligible Coinbase.com holders and users, so those that had XRP on this platform will get some Flare tokens still. And I actually used, I used Uphold, Binance US, I used a few exchanges, and then I also did self-custody. So earlier on Twitter, I was just asking if anybody had any news regarding Coinbase and Songbird. So I know they say right here they're going to distribute the Flare tokens, but are they going to distribute Songbird? I saw some information, but I can't verify it a while back, showing that maybe Coinbase or some big holders were actually dumping on the market. Did any of them just take all that Songbird, sell it right on the market, and dump it immediately and have no plans to distribute it to their users? And if so, man, I am disappointed in Coinbase. So we have Flare Networks coming, and I'm rooting for it. I've been waiting for it for a long time, just like everybody, and I think it's icing on the cake. We also have confirmation that we're going to have automated market makers coming to the XRP ledger as a layer 1 solution. We know David Schwartz, CTO of Ripple, is also speaking about XRP, the XRP ledger, being one of the dominant layer 1 blockchains in the space. And I'm saying blockchain is an umbrella term for just DLT. So just understand, the XRP ledger has been around for over 10 years. It does not need Flare to do well in the future or survive, but it would definitely help. And I'm just rooting for interoperability across the board. We know with Flare, they have, Litecoin, even though I'm not the biggest fan of Litecoin. They have Algo, they have Doge, getting a lot of that liquidity and just building bridges between these ecosystems instead of it just being Ethereum. Next up, we have Web3 games and metaverse projects have attracted nearly $750 million in investments since August on DApp Radar. So there's been a lot of bubbles between metaverse tokens and gaming tokens and NFT projects crashing really hard. But I still believe the metaverse is going to be a huge use case in the future. We have global brands like Ford building Mustangs for the metaverse, and even according to Citibank predicting that the metaverse and Web3 may have an $8 trillion to $13 trillion opportunity, and the crypto market today is at $1 trillion if not lower. So we have the global head of banking at Citibank emphasizing the target addressable market for the metaverse is in the range of $10 trillion plus. With over 1.5 billion users will adapt to the metaverse ecosystem, including VR and AR, so virtual reality and augmented reality. We're already seeing that in apps like Snapchat. 5G networks, and fueled by cryptocurrency, the bedrock. Next up, Matthew Liany. So we have Lian Global introduces a cross-border payments guarantee to China. Now this just occurred. Lian Global removes all middlemen or correspondent banks, as we can see right there, 1 hour ago shared by Matthew. And we can see back in the day, Lian International joins RippleNet. Next up, we have Casper 2.0 on the way. I cannot wait for it to experience a bull run. We'll be talking about Casper a lot more in the future because it goes incredibly deep. We have BNB Chain of Binance is collaborating with Google Cloud to bolster Web3 blockchain startups. We also saw additional news about Fidelity. I saw Citadel, a few groups talking about crypto trading desks. And keep in mind, all of these groups below have mentioned or discussed crypto integrations, crypto investments, and crypto trading desks, such as Goldman Sachs. The same institutions that said Bitcoin and crypto are a joke are the same ones integrating and investing in crypto trading desks to bring trillions of dollars into this asset class. As they continue buying the dips, at the very least buying the crypto infrastructure and companies. They're going to be running the companies, the infrastructure. You own the exchanges, you can run the crypto market. So I know there's a lot of hype with NFTs and buzzwords like the metaverse, there's a lot of cash grabs, but just know the total addressable market size for a variety of these use cases is insane. We could talk about identity, we could talk about the World Economic Forum saying 10% of the world's GDP. We're talking trillions of dollars will be tokenized in the coming years. So even in 2020, the world's gross domestic product was approximately 84 trillion. 10% of that is 8 trillion right there. As we can see, JP Morgan backing a $20 million round for blockchain infrastructure startup Onera, aiming to connect the tokenized securities of institutional investors. We're seeing companies like Google and Amazon doing stock splits, allowing everyday people to maybe own a single share of their favorite company without paying hundreds or thousands. They see the value add of tokenization. of fractionalizing ownership. It's just a matter of time. We have the Real Lisa Daily shouting out XRP Owl, King Solomon, and the Lighthouse Genfinity report. Check this out. We can see a comparison of a variety of DLT networks available for use in central bank digital currency pilots and implementation, including Algorand, Hedera Hashgraph, Hyperledger Fabric. We have Corda with R3. We have Ripple and Stellar. Next up, Bank of Russia agrees to legalize crypto for cross-border payments. And remember Swift, the giant messaging platform, part of the correspondent banking network that sends over $5 trillion daily. Acted like crypto was not a use case, the future of digital assets didn't exist, it's all the US dollar, the reserve currency, blah blah blah. And remember back in December, exploring tokenized assets, collaborative innovation in action. And it seems like their whole tune has changed. As we can see, by some estimates, volume could reach some $24 trillion by 2027. The current market cap of tokenized assets is small, but momentum for these digital assets is expected to accelerate rapidly in the coming years. In this title recently, Swift turns focus to digital assets in the 2022 hackathon. In quotes, digital assets are a key topic on the innovation and agenda, as many leading forces in the industry know. And I'm sure you guys remember some of the older videos of the CEO of Swift scoffing at digital assets, acting like there was no utility in crypto or no future for crypto. And now they're hosting hackathons for cryptocurrency. And now they're talking about the benefits of digital assets, cryptocurrency, exploring interoperability and ownership. All the world's a stage. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe. All links can be found in my link tree linked in the video description, and I will catch you in the next one.